In the previous verses, the Buddha spoke about cultivating the mind and protecting it from craving. He showed us how an untrained mind allows defilements to enter, and how a cultivated mind remains steady and protected. Now, in this verse, the Buddha shifts our attention to the consequences of unwholesome action. Having spoken about mental protection, he now reveals what happens when the mind is not guided by virtue and wisdom. Verse 15 introduces a powerful theme: suffering that arises from one's own actions. It reminds us that our deeds shape not only our future but also our present state of mind.
Ida sochati, peccha sochati, papakari ubayatta sochati. So sochati, so vihanyati, diswa kamma kilittam attano.
The Buddha says that the wrongdoer grieves here and grieves hereafter. This teaching highlights a simple yet profound truth: unwholesome actions carry consequences that extend beyond the moment in which they are performed. When a person acts out of greed, hatred, or delusion, the result is not only external consequence but internal disturbance. Even before any external result unfolds, the mind becomes restless. There is fear of exposure, anxiety about consequences, and discomfort in remembering one's actions. The Buddha explains that such a person grieves in both worlds. In this life, regret and mental agitation disturb the heart. In the future, the results of actions ripen according to the law of kamma. The verse goes deeper: seeing the impurity of his own actions, he is tormented. This suffering arises not because someone else condemns him, but because he recognizes the stain within. Conscience itself becomes the source of pain. This is an important teaching. The Buddha is not describing punishment imposed from outside. He is describing the natural unfolding of cause and effect. Unwholesome actions disturb the mind because they are rooted in defilement. When we act harmfully, we weaken our inner stability. We lose clarity. We feel divided within ourselves. This inner division creates suffering long before any external result appears. Yet this verse is not meant to create fear, it is meant to awaken responsibility. The Buddha is showing us that ethical conduct protects us. When we act with integrity, the mind remains light. When we live honestly, there is no hidden burden to carry. The suffering described here is not inevitable. It arises only when we ignore the guidance of wisdom and virtue. By cultivating mindfulness and restraint, we prevent such regret from arising. This verse reminds us that peace begins with our own actions. Each moment offers a choice, to act from defilement or from clarity. And that choice shapes both our present experience and our future path. Verse 15 reveals the weight of unwholesome action. When we act without wisdom, suffering follows, here and beyond. But this teaching is also a gift. It reminds us that freedom is within our control. When our actions are guided by integrity and mindfulness, there is no hidden grief, no inner torment. In the next verse, the Buddha will show the opposite picture: the joy and confidence of one who acts skillfully. If these reflections support your journey on the path, you are warmly welcome to subscribe and continue exploring the Dhamma together, one verse at a time.